What's going on, guys? Now it is time to talk about Machine Head's third album, The Burning Red. As I said in the previous video, this was kind of a disappointment. I kind of would take that back. I just got back to this album, a few songs of it, just not too long ago. Trying to re-listen to see what I can come up with the outcome. Actually, it's pretty damn good, but there's a couple songs, kind of the rehash idea. We'll talk about all that. The Burning Red was released on August 10th, 1999. This was an album that came out, and people were like, what the hell happened? What happened to Machine Head? I'm just playing. Some people were probably thinking, man, why did they switch to new metal after 2 years? After two first albums, not 2 years, what the hell? The first two albums. This is a very big change. Rob Flynn sounds a lot different, but not really. Like, just the tone of his voice is different. Not the heavy, deep one. It's just more, like a regular person. But he still has this, anger moments in each song, and this is one that really puts out that kind of outcome, especially in songs such as Exhale the Vile, ID5, and 5. So this album runs at 50 minutes flat, basically. If you want to include Japanese bonus tracks, which I'm not going to, talking about bonus tracks is just an additional kind of waste of time, but it's important. Some people say it's important. Yeah, I understand it's important. So let's just break it down. There's 12 songs in this album. The longest song will be the last song, which is the self-titled track. Now that's, it's a good way to end an album. Let's get started. Well, before I dig into the songs, let me say something like this. This was their second best selling album, and this is a little, this is a little crazy. They attracted some new fans. Songs such as The Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and From This Day really got people's attention for this album. 2 singles off that album, which are pretty damn good. So let's get started. The first song is just, I would call it an intro filler. I don't know about you. Enter the Phoenix is just an intro filler, basically. This is something that it's just playing. It's its own thing. I'll just call it its own thing. But when we hit Desire to Fire, this is where the fire gets going already. So let me talk about a little history of this song, Desire to Fire. When Machine Head got their first album done, and they were touring, if you watch the beginning of the concert, Dynamo 95, you can notice that they were playing that song. They're playing the very first part of Desire to Fire, but this is a different tune. Follow kicking off with Davidian, basically, and so forth. Desire to Fire is a great song. This is probably my favorite track on the album, and you're going to probably be like, wow, the self-titled track is actually the masterpiece, or something's going to come out from someone's mouth. But Desire to Fire is just a great song. It's got momentum all the way. This is kind of the start of not really those rapping vocals, which is something new they tried for the next two albums, starting with this one. But the next track, Nothing Left, this is just some regular track to me. But let's be honest, the only thing that's really special is Rob's voice. Rob's voice is special in just about every single song. He still sings so damn good, except they're just trying this new thing out, and some people are not liking it. By the way, this album's highly criticized. It was really highly criticized, both positive and a negative criticism was coming out of people's mouths. And it's still debated today, I think, because this is an album that really, brought new fans, true fans, some left, probably. It's a very debated album, basically, was. But Nothing Left, this is just a regular track to me. Some people will just be like, well, you gotta think about it. Yeah, you gotta think about it, but just to be honest, it's just a regular track. The next track, this is a special track. I call this the special track of the album, basically, because this is a song that they still play live to this day, a lot. This is a song about beers and all this, drinking, but this is a great song. This is a personal song, basically, somewhat of the, This is something that a lot of people loved. A lot of people still love to this day. This is a great track. There's nothing wrong with this track. This has a great drumming intro. I love it. I love how they did this anyways. They put forth. That's just what I like about this band. They put forth into everything. This is just great. We hit Silver. Silver I kind of thought this was going to be a track which I don't like. Actually, I kind of like this track, but the only part I really like about it, this is Rob Flynn's voice again. The intro's not that bad. The chorus could be better with the guitar in general, not the... Yeah, I think some people would say, yeah, it's alright, yeah, it'll be alright. It could be a little better, teeny bit, we're not talking major here. But Silver's, it's actually not a bad song. I don't know, you know, this is, yeah, it's not bad. Then, you know, it's got this upbeat very end. It's pretty damn good. We hit From This Day. From This Day, this is a great track also. This is another track that really brought about people's attention. This song, this is Machine Head's very first song, which featured a commercial. It featured in a commercial, first time ever. That is big. I don't know if you call it big, but whatever. It's pretty damn good. This is a heavy on-beat song, basically. As basically for the next track, Exhale the Vial. Exhale the Vial is a medium to slow, but very on-beat, heavy beat. This is probably the only special thing about it. And Rob Flynn's voice. Here we go again with Rob Flynn's voice. This is a very good continuous streak of, you know, stuff. There are some songs where it's vice versa, not good vocals, but this album mainly, it's Rob Flynn shines, I guess, and James McClain. And I guess you could say Adam Deuce, I don't know. But the next track, Message in a Bottle. A lot of you know, and I'm sure everybody knows. If you don't, you're kind of out of your head. This is a cover by The Police. I don't know why I have to say this. I'm just going to. This is a cover by The Police. This is a great, this is a great covered song. Machine Head, this is one thing special about Machine Head as well. They covered songs so good. This is something that they're special. This is a specialty. Like I said in the last video, bands like Dream Theater could cover shit as well. But this, man, this just blows me away. The ninth track, Devil with the King's Card. This is a, this is kind of something, it's hard to explain. There are overlap vocals. What I mean by this is that he has a screaming part and then him singing in general. When he goes, wow, he has the singing. It's kind of something good, you know. You know, but at the same time, you're kind of wondering if that's just, you know, you can barely hear what the hell he's even saying. I don't know. But this track's heavy and on beat. This is pretty good. This really has no rapping vocals in it. This is not really something like that. The next track, ID5. This is the start of those personal songs again. ID5. This is a, you know, this is some personal shit right here. ID5. This sounds like, you know, I don't know. But anyways. The singing shines in the song and the heavy beat thing going. I love how, you know, it's all on beat. This is something that they're special for, like I said. We get to the next track, 5. This is mainly about Rob Flynn right here. This track, if you pay attention to the lyrics, this is about something about when he was 5. Apparently, it sounds like he had a hard childhood. If you're gonna find that out when I review Through the Ashes of Empires, so there is a song on there. It's about him, again, with his childhood. This track, this is where momentum goes up again. This is a very heavy track. This is probably, you know, I don't know, it's probably the third heaviest track or second heaviest track, because this song, the song shines in general. And then it leads to the last track. God, I don't know if Machine Head can make a more depressing song than this. The Burning Red. The self-titled track. This is the longest song on the album, 6:45. I don't understand. I don't even know if they're gonna top this kind of depressing song. But God, yeah. This song's about suicide. It's all it really is about, suicide. And a lot of people, when they're close to this point in their lives, which I hope not, will probably say this is one of those great songs to have it for. Yeah, I understand this, but you know what? For those people who think suicide is the best answer, really isn't. This isn't really a great answer for you. To just, yeah, take yourself out of this world. Yo, there are other options. This album overall, this is something that, you know, sparked a lot of personal things going. This is a personal album. This is something I don't want to listen to on a regular basis. In fact, I haven't even listened to the whole album in months. Nope, not in months. I've only listened to songs out of it. I revisited today Silver, Exhale Vial, Defy, The Devil's King's Card, and 5, because I had to re-listen to those because I really didn't know what the hell was in the songs anyways. It's been a while. This album overall, it's like either the band shines or no one shines. This is something that, you know, this is the start of a rapping series vocal thing, and this is something that kind of, yeah, succeeded, but at the same time, some people thought it was stupid. And I understand for those people that said it was stupid, but you gotta give them some credit for this. Machine Head, they really don't have a bad album, but some people would say this is the worst album by Machine Head. I see where you're coming from, but you're kind of telling bullshit. This was the album review. I'm going to review Supercharger tonight too, probably, because I want to get this out of the way. For those of you who really like Machine Head, yeah, this album, I'm not going to say it's my favorite at the top. If I had an album order, okay, I have 7 albums, and it will be told at the very last video when I review Unto the Locust. There are 2 songs from that album I need to listen to. Pearls for the Swine, Who We Are. I will tell you what my order of albums are in order. 1 being my favorite, and 7 being my least favorite. And I really don't have a most hated album. It would have to either be this one or Supercharger. Supercharger's next, and this is going to be a very, very difficult topic. Because it's got more. It's rapping shit. And it actually really happens more in the next album anyways. As you can all tell, this didn't last long. And the Luster's last album with these guys is basically Hell Alive. The studio album, last studio album was Supercharger's last live album. Their last album in general was Hell Alive. I will review Hell Alive, but that will not last long. Because first of all, I'm going to be done and have reviewed all the songs that are on that album anyways. Thank you for following this. This concludes the album review. I didn't mean to talk so long towards the end, but I had to add some stuff. Like I said, Supercharger will probably be coming later tonight because I want to get up